Zapata brand studio. Straight out of Jersey with Jersey Jay-Z and the freak of New York, Greg Valentino.
Yo, what's up, guys? Jersey Jay-Z here with my man Greg Valentino.
What's going on?
We're going to discuss some stuff. I got Jon Scuderi in the chat. You know, I didn't wear my tank top to be big like John. I know he's got the big guns, but you know, John, I could send you a link. You could come on and talk and let Greg talk for once, because you don't know the story, and if you actually talk to me, you probably would like me. But we'll get into all that stuff shortly. Greg, I'm just going to have a couple words myself first, and then you can come on and we could talk real quick. First of all, you know, my channel is not RX Muscle. Let's make that clear. It's not RX Muscle. I never wanted to be like Dave. I've always supported Dave a long time. Now, Dave can call me his fanboy, whatever he wants, because Dave don't know me. But maybe I was a fanboy 3 years ago when he had his hurricane and I sent him a couple bucks because I was concerned. Or maybe when he was in a hospital, I sent him a couple things because I was like concerned. Or maybe because, you know, I bought his supplements because I'm concerned. Stupid shit like that. But, you know, I'm not RX Muscle. Dave is a smart guy. He knows his channel. He's the best in the business. And I always supported him. Me and my brother decided to do, because we're in the boxing business. We like boxing. My brother was a boxer. You know, we said, hey, let's do a podcast together. We have a lot of boxing contests. Teddy Atlas and all these people are our friends. Let's do a boxing one. But he said, well, maybe we can have all of us come on. I like fitness. And I said, well, Greg Valentino, I know Greg. Maybe we can get him on and talk. That's how it started. So maybe Greg on my brother's podcast, maybe my brother's trying to steal the RX people. I don't know. You know, maybe that's what it was altogether. But that's what it is. I never had any problem with Dave. Now I will say, and I'll take total blame for it, even though I never said anything about Dave's personal background stuff. I don't know anything about it, but Lee said stuff and we're getting the blame for it. I mean, I didn't say anything. You can go back and check. I didn't say anything. Greg, we didn't say anything, but no one wants to confront Lee about it because Lee's untouchable. You know, I didn't say anything about it. You know, it's plain and simple. So as you know, David is, like I said, I don't have any problems with Dave. But obviously, you know, as a friend, I thought he would be treated better. Then he has, obviously, you come on the show, Greg, and he obviously set up a Patsy, Jon Scuderi to come on they muted Lee, and then they bambooed me, and then bambooed you. Then they called Mr. G, Scuderi called Mr. G Delusional, and then he called Jimmy the Bull soft. Okay. And what people don't realize is after the show was over and they cut it down, Scuderi was calling Jimmy the Bull saying, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Blah, 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 blah. So that's how it all started. Now, John, look, John, if you're in New York, I'm in New Jersey. We could sit down and we could talk. I'll meet you wherever you want. I'll tell you right now, we could sit down and talk. We could talk it all out and see what's going on. Because I am not RX Muscle. I will never be RX Muscle. And I never came out here to threaten. I don't know what it is with Dave. I think Dave has some, you know, other insecurities going on. You know, this is 2024. Everyone has a podcast now. Everybody does. Back when RX Muscle started, there was nobody, you know, and now everyone has a podcast. So everyone wants people to go on everyone's shows. Okay. That is all that is, you know. I mean, you know, then, you know, you were on other shows many times, Greg, tons of shows.
I'm filming a real movie tomorrow.
Yeah, you're filming a real movie.
The guy was washed up, you know, I'm washed up. But I need RX and Dave and everybody, because that's how I made my connections, right? Dude, meanwhile, I was in this before Dave even knew what bodybuilding was. I was in this since 1985. I used to be I was with the NPC already running national shows since 1985.
Yes, okay. Exactly. You know, like I said, Dave is like, I'm a fanboy, but you know what, something, Dave? Fans are important. Like Elvis Presley said, he took care of his fans. So if I'm the fanboy, take care of your fans. He never, you know, the whole thing about the tip thing, maybe that was an issue. Look, I'll be straight honest. Whenever I get tips in here, I give them right to you guys. I never take the tips for myself. I give them right to you guys. Maybe that's something Dave.
Can I keep that for a second? When I brought up the tips, the other day on the show, the little few words that I got in at John, you let me, I guess I snuck a word in or two. You know, when I said that, you know, John and Dave were like, oh, John Romano, oh, about the tips. No. The only reason I brought I don't give a fuck about the tips. Nobody cares. That was Lee who fucking went attacked about the tips first. But let me tell you something. When I brought the tips, it's because some of you little rat fucks in here, okay, run and say, oh, Joe's fucking paying these guys and bribing them. That's what was said. That we're paying it. Joe's paying those guys, and that's the only reason why they're on here. Okay? And that's not true. That's not true. We're all friends. Joe goes out to dinner with Lee and Joe was in fucking Long Island, was out to dinner with Lee and fucking Jimmy. And John, when Jon Scuderi, when you were calling, Jimmy was on the minute when we were on the phone the other day, and you were freaking on the show, and you were freaking out. Jimmy was texting me here. Okay? Yeah. And the minute I fucking went, bye, guys, and I turned off, he already called me, and he told me, you're calling him like crazy. I'm the one who told him, just talk to the guy. I don't have anything against you. I don't care. But, you know, you flamed fire here. Just because I say fucking RX is boring, Lee Priest says it all the time. He doesn't hold back. We say it. The fans are the ones saying, I miss the old RX.
Yes, the fans are the ones who put that.
I miss the
when
old
I got Jimmy
RX.
on, that's when I think Dave got really upset.
RX is going to be here, guys. Joe Zapata had never said that. Those guys just happened to show once. Once. They were on the show once, all of us at one time.
Yeah.
You see them on here now? No.
No. I'm going to say Ryan Natalie said Jon Scuderi is the man from the way back in the day. He is a beast, bro. Great. That's great, man. Beast, bro. Yes. I'm glad he's a beast, bro. You know, I mean, we've been boxing my whole life. We have a boxing podcast. We're from Steady Atlas. I don't want to say more, but I'll be willing to meet the beast anywhere he wants. Anytime. You know, that's all I have to say about that. But I'm going to tell you, I never said I was RX Muscle, never wanted to be, never wanted to upset that tree. As a matter of fact, when I was bringing, you know, Greg on every week, and I was like, you know, is Dave going to be upset or anything? And I kind of mentioned a couple of times, and Greg's like, no, he would tell me. He would communicate to me if he had a problem with that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I left it as it was. I didn't want to stir anything.
You know? Dave didn't, what you guys don't understand, then I tried to bring this up the other day, and I did say it, so rewatch the show. Dave was asked to be on the show, too.
Yes, Dave was asked Dave. I'm like, Dave, you want to come on the show?
Dave was asking to get asked, Dave. John, Jon Scuderi, you got this all wrong. You got it all wrong. You know? You got this all wrong. I understand that you're Dave's friend. I'm Dave's friend, too. But nobody's saying anything bad. We love Dave. We break balls. Dave will break my balls all the time, right? Yeah. You know, when we make jokes, like, would you blow John Romano for $100,000? Yeah, I would. I say, but you know, I fucking play around. I'm not really like that. When Lee Priest says crazy stuff, Lee just says that. We joke. But Dave knows that. He said he knows that.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Winmore, Texas. What happened to the last live stream last night?
I give you credit, Jon Scuderi. I gave you credit for beating cancer. I beat cancer. Okay, so I God bless you on that. I don't have any.
John, you beat cancer. I'm happy also. And John, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? If I have any tips for tonight, any tips I get tonight, John, you can actually tell me what cause to donate, what cancer cause to donate it to. Any tips tonight, I'm going to donate it to. And if Dave Palumbo puts any money towards it, I'll match his money. So any tips I get tonight are going to go to the cancer fund because John, because that's not a joke, and would not mess around with that. I'm happy he beat it, 100%. You know, and I'm glad for him. You know, I saw his pictures. That's the toughest thing to do with chemo. So I would never go there with John. Never. But again, as far as Dave goes, you're pointing the fingers the wrong way. I did not say anything about Dave. I was laughing there a little bit. I was kind of like, oh God. But look at the video. Nothing was said about me and anything going on in his background. Nothing. Lee said something. And now Lee obviously gets a pass, and we're like, whoa, you know, talk to Lee. Oh, Lee's my friend a long time. You know, that's why. Why? Because I'm a fanboy?
That's all Lee under the bus. We're saying that Lee knows what Lee talked about. He did the thing with the ring and he threw it. But listen, I said stuff about RX. I did. And I said it right to Dave last week when I was talking with you guys in a column. Mm-hmm. In the comments. I was saying in the comments. Yes. Dave said, Greg, what's going on? I said, Dave, I'm having fun with the guy in the comments because This fucking show is boring. I don't care about, nobody cares about Big Randy. And then Dave said, oh, yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do. And I said, no, they don't. Well, I don't. And I was going back and forth with Lee. So what I say, and I love after hours, but it's not the after hours I was hired to do. You hired me to play shortstop, and now I'm out in the middle of the outfield. I'm working with the bullpen pitchers. Wait, you hired me to play shortstop. You know what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying? So I'm on. Like, I don't care who wins the Buckeye Barbell Classic. I don't care about that. So
no, you're exactly right. You know,
and nobody, you know, John, if you were, you know, I see you follow me and everything like that, and I appreciate that. Okay, I'll follow you back if you know, do the right thing and realize that nobody for you. I understand you were looking out for your friend. I get that. Nobody's going to attack you for that. But you didn't even let me fucking finish on there or explain.
You know, and they did that on purpose. They muted Lee and it's not let him talk. But then obviously we know the aftermath when the call went off. John was calling, you know, Jimmy the Bull to apologize left and right, said, Mr. G, no problems. I don't want no problems, you know, whatever. John, you could say whatever you want about me, because let me tell you, my views have been going up through the roof. You know, thank you, Dave. He's done more for this channel than fucking Greg, I guess, at this point, right? I mean, come on. I mean, thank you, Dave. I mean, hey, we can go back and forth, whatever. But look, the thing is, I never said I was the next RX Muscle. My channel is not about RX Muscle. I like fitness. I like old school bodybuilding. You know, I'm friends with Dave. I'm friends with Jimmy. I like Lee because we got to connect. It just so happens that they are, you know, part of RX Muscle on the after show. And then the fans started putting everything in the chat. Oh, this is the next RX. And obviously that got back to Dave. He wasn't happy. Obviously, Lee said something that shouldn't have been said, 100%. And that's
Lee. He's only kidding around. And it's not nothing. Lee is the ultimate ball breaker. He'll break my balls. Listen, we were on a show last night with Lee. Lee was breaking his mother's balls so bad that if it was my mother would have killed me. Do you understand what I'm saying? He was saying shit to his mother. You know, like his mother was even saying to him, what do you want, drugs? That's the way Lee is. Lee's about fun. He likes to break. So he'll go, and if he knows it's getting to you, he's going to keep going on and on and on. Just like Dave. With Dave with the peanut butter. You know what I mean? He'll keep, I'll bring that up. Okay. The only reason I brought the tip thing was to show that I was saying, no, Joe gives tips. He does not pay people to go on a show.
No.
Okay. That's
I don't,
true.
but I will always give tips. Anytime I get tips that come in, I always give them out to the guys. Always. It's their time, you know, their time. And I give it to them. Now, if I had, you know, like I said, I have a show with Greg. I do Thursdays. Anytime I get tips, right to Greg. Not a problem. If Lee jumps on, I'll give him tips. That's what happens. And it's the fair way to do it, right?
Dave's been very good to me. Okay. We've been good to each other, Dave and I. And he's my friend. This is just something that got a little bit out of hand. Okay. This is just a little something that we, you know, like sometimes friends get in a disagreement or an argument, and sometimes things get blown up and it's a little bit more on his side, whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nobody's crying, John. When, you know, again, you can't say that and be the one that was calling up Jimmy the Bull, literally.
Crying. Yeah, he's like, oh, you're gonna be crying.
Jimmy's saying shit to us about that now.
We heard the call with Jimmy the Bull. I mean, Jesus.
We like Dave. I got no problems with you. I'm glad you beat your cancer and everything like that. I'm glad that you know, bless you. I had cancer too. I had throat cancer. Okay, I had 3 surgeries. So. But what I'm saying is that let's be real here. Nobody's stealing the show, okay?
No one's stealing RX Muscle. And Jeter Skeeter says, Zapata, you're late for this. Why? Why am I late for this? Because why am I late for this? Because I do a podcast, and there's what happening. I'm friends with people that are on RX Muscle, and now Dave's getting out of shape.
Listen, we'll straighten that out amongst ourselves. But let me tell you something. Dave has known Joe Zapata for years. This is
I've known him for a long time.
I met him way back years ago. I met Joe.
Yes.
A long time ago I met him. And I met him at the Strong and Shapely gym years ago. A long time ago. Not because of this shit. All right? Mm-hmm. Jimmy the Bull, same thing. We've all known each other. Shit, I know Jimmy since 1991. You know, I'm just saying. This is just something I think that got out of hand. Jon Scuderi, I will give it. I get it. Dave's your friend, and
Dave's your friend, yes.
I'm going to give you props for the fact that Dave's your friend and you're looking out for Dave. Okay, so that's fine.
100%. That's
you
fine.
should have messaged me. You could have messaged me on Instagram. You could have asked, "What's up with all that?" Because you're mistaken. Dave knows how I feel. Dave knows. Dave's the first one. Greg doesn't even like bodybuilding. He knows that. I love bodybuilding. I just don't like competitive bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
So I start talking about, so do you think that Big Ramy's going to beat someone? I don't even fucking, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. Neither does Jimmy. Neither does Jimmy the Bull. Neither does George. And Lee half cares. You know what I mean? He doesn't really care because he's not part of it anymore. The only way I'd ever root for a bodybuilding show is if Victor Martinez, who's my personal friend, is in it. If Kevin Levrone or somebody like that's my personal friend, if he's in it, and if Lee Priest was to come back, if he was in it, I would then. Other than that, I don't care who wins the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
I just feel like After Hours is drifting in a different way. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I'm going to leave After Hours. It just means that sometimes when it's boring. Now, I enjoyed it the other day with that black dude that was on where he was doing all the crazy lifts and all that stuff.
That was pretty good. That was good. You know, and then obviously at the end, he did it right at the end to kind of bamboozle you and then let you shut it down so he can get, Jon did Dave's dirty work for Dave because Dave, he could have talked to us, and many times I've emailed Dave, be like, yo, Dave, what's up, whatever. But, I've emailed Dave for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, be like, hey, Merry Christmas, whatever. I've always been in communication with Dave. Now, he doesn't know me as a person, so he's going to lump me in as a fanboy, which he can say that, whatever. But you know what? The fans can make your show and break your show. And you know what? You can be good to those people. And I try to be good to everybody, and Dave should be good to everybody because he just started reading the comments. Before, he wouldn't even read the comments. He would just let people in the live chat go and then just talk to the show. But now he started communicating to the people. Like Wade Clark says, this Jon guy wants a job at RX. Maybe he does. I don't know.
I don't think it's that. I believe I'm going to give Jon the benefit of the doubt. Jon, you think we came here to bash you. We did not. Okay. I'm going to give Jon the benefit of the doubt. I think Jon's his friend. Yes. And I think Jon thinks he's looking out. He's like, oh, you guys are talking shit. You're supposed to be Dave's boy. I'm not talking shit. There's nothing I haven't said that I wouldn't say to Dave. We're not bad mouthing him. Okay. I'm part of that show. I want the show. I go there every Tuesday. I don't miss. Okay. And not for nothing, Jon, admit it. You watch that show for me too. You do. Okay. And if you take me off that show and it's just Dave, Jon, Armand, Amin, and Larry, and an occasional Jimmy the Bull, it's not the same. Sorry, but that's exactly. You know what I mean? And
people could say, it's pennies. You give them pennies with tips. But you know what? That Priest confessionals, man, that did some good money. We saw that, and what did Jimmy and those guys get? Maybe that's why Dave's upset.
When we were in that hotel room, Joe, back in October, we were on me, Jimmy, and Lee were in the hotel room, and then Lee was going nuts a little bit. That's how this all happened too. And he was telling Dave, the show sucks. And he was saying this one, that, and this one. That's Lee. That's just the way Lee is. And then 5 minutes later, he's your buddy. You know what I mean? He doesn't mean anything bad.
No, doesn't.
And when I break Dave's balls, I'll break Dave's balls all the time. You know what I'm saying? Dave laughs. But when you get like other people intervening, they start making it like, what was that movie? What was that movie with was it Goodfellas where Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro are sitting there and they're at the table and that young kid Spider's there and Spider answers back to Joe Pesci.
Goodfellas.
Right. Remember Robert De Niro tells Spider, good for you, Spider. Speak up for yourself. Don't take any bullshit. And then he turns to Joe Pesci and says, you're going to let him fucking talk to you like that? You're going to let punk like that talk to you like that? And he goes, Spider, here, come here. Here's $5. Don't listen to anybody ever again. You stand up for yourself. Holy shit, you're going to let him talk to you like that? And this is what happens.
Exactly.
Right. The Joe Pesci shoots Spider, right?
Right? Yep. Exactly.
What does Robert De Niro say? What the fuck did you do that for? So what I'm saying is, that's the way I feel. I just feel like Dave got souped up. And you tell me right now what was said that I haven't said to Dave already.
Yeah, exactly. And John Mancini, again, thank you. He said that was a good episode until the show at the end. Said low blow to everyone on the Zapata crew. Yeah, look, like I said, we were a boxing podcast because we were doing boxing, and then I kind of spun off a little bit to try to do my own. And again, it got kind of out of hand. Let's see. Miss Bell, how you doing, Miss Bell? Greg, Jimmy, and Lee are the only reason I watch RX. None of these three need RX. Whoever the guy needs to mind knows business. Yeah, thank you, Miss Bell. And again, the $20 chat that we just got from Miss Bell, Jon Scuderi, whatever cancer foundation you want me to donate to, that $20 will go to it under your name, whatever you want. You tell me.
There you go. See that? What a
you tell me. You tell me again. Maybe. Oh, but this is probably my big plan to maybe steal Jon Scuderi or whatever. No. John, I'm legit. Whatever $20 right there Miss Bell gave, I'm going to donate it to whatever cancer foundation you want. Just let me know, okay? Because I'm not like that. I don't know why Dave puts me as the bad guy trying to steal these guys. I'm not. I'm friends with them, and I just kind of do my own I have the wrestling. I have some wrestling interviews. I'm going to have some more mafia interviews that are friends of mine. I'm going to have a bunch of stuff on, some actors coming on from Sopranos. And I have Greg every Thursday with me, And let me tell you something. When Greg was in the hospital, I can tell you one thing. Greg's done so much for me, and when Greg was in the hospital, if anything happened to that man, I can tell you right now, I'd have been the first one taking care of Lucia and his kids.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
Dave did call.
I'm not going to lie. Dave called me and so did John Romano. Okay, so there's no animosity. We break balls. John Romano could break my balls better than anybody. You know what I mean? Well, Lee Priest is the greatest ball breaker I've met. But what I'm saying is, it's all in fun, and I think that this got taken out of context. So whatever, maybe Dave doesn't agree with that. Me and Dave are going back and forth right now with a few things, and we'll iron it out. And I'm not.
Jeter is right. There is no Zapata crew. Yes, there is no Zapata crew. We have no crew. That's 100% true. No way Armand in on it. Well, see, that's the thing is whoever was trying to, all the comments that were coming in on the last show that when Jimmy was on, that's really what stirred it up. We're saying we're the next RX. Somebody in there was trying to be either like Armand or whatever, and was trying to, and knew a lot of personal things that were being talked about. And I said, that's interesting. And then obviously it must be that guy, Jon Scuderi or whatever, because he's running back telling Dave. And whatever.
See it, Jesus Christ! They hear you. Stop.
What happened?
None.
Morning, Mono. Hey, Brian Pablo, how you doing, brother? Greg, John Mancini says absolutely, Greg. What's up? A sec. Who's making a mistake? Who's making this mistake? Imagine calling yourself somebody's boy. Dave is a snake rat. Well, I mean, I like I said, I have no problem with Dave. Like I said, he said I crossed the line, but it wasn't me who crossed the line. I mean, like I said, I kind of was just there and it was my show. So maybe I should be blamed for it and I'll take that blame. But I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. That was Lee that said something and, let Lee and Dave talk it out because I didn't say anything. And you can go back and look at it, Oh,
but wait a minute. Can I just say something? John, I see what you just wrote here. You said, get Jimmy on and ask him if I called him out of respect or if I as a bro or if I kissed his ass. He didn't say you kissed his ass. He didn't say you kissed his ass. He called me right back, okay? And he was texting you and telling you that you should go on with Joe, okay?
Yes, exactly. And I told you, John, I know you're listening, John.
So he's not.
Come on with me and talk to me.
He didn't say that you kissed his ass. We said that you. He said, I know he's going to be nervous because he heard when you said the bowl got soft, and he knew that what he said, and he didn't say that you kissed his ass. Those you see what you're doing, John? You're putting words. We didn't say you kissed his ass, but he was saying he was nervous because you didn't want to get him upset, and you did, and you told him tell George no hard feelings either. Blah 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 blah. We didn't say anything bad about you, John, and we didn't say that he bashed you or any of that shit. But we were on the phone with him. We had a 5-way game. Joe Zapata, keep that up for a second, Joe. Joe Zapata was on the phone with me, right? The first person I was on the phone with. I hung up. Jimmy called me first, all right? Then George called me. Joe, you, that was the Lee called me. Then you called me, and then George called me. So we had a 5-way on the phone.
Yeah, 5-way, and then Jimmy's phone was blowing up.
Was you kept calling Jimmy, okay? Yeah. And Jimmy was like, he probably thinks I'm pissed at him. That's what he was saying, okay? He knew who you were. He didn't say it. He didn't throw you under the bus. He didn't say a bad word. He didn't say, I kissed my ass. He did not say that. All he said was he thinks so pissed at him. So that's what I'm saying. You were nervous because you and it's come on. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? You said he was soft, and then you called him up. But regardless, nobody said anything bad. But see how when you say this stuff, John, when you say this stuff, by adding different little words to it, you're making it different than it was. No way here did we say that you sucked his dick or you were shitting your pants. You know what I mean? You knew you were nice to him, okay? And he knew that you were, he said, I know why he's calling me. You know what I mean? He said it. We were all on the phone. There was 5 of us on the phone.
Yeah, we heard him say it.
You know, nobody's saying anything bad. John, you I don't know why you're amped up about this. You're creating this more than it is. Joe's willing to give money to pick your charity. Pick your charity,
John. The $20 in chat will go right to that.
Nobody's blasting you, bro. Nobody's blasting you. You're coming with guns blazing. I get it.
Keep coming, guns blazing. We can meet, John. We can meet, John. Name the time and place.
All right, send you the link. Send him the link, Joe.
Got it. Perfect. What's his number?
Who
said send him the link?
Did Jon Scuderi say that, Lucia?
He said send me the link.
Send him the link.
I'll be in 2 minutes.
He'll be in 2 minutes.
Or for 2 minutes.
Or for 2 minutes. No, but and where did this come from? No way would I use a fake name I come in blazing. What does that mean? Who said you used a fake name? Where did that come from?
What are you talking about? Where is that?
It just says it right here. Joe has it pinned up here. It says, no way would I use a fake name. I come in blazing. What is that? What is that? Who said you used a fake name? Joe, did you say that?
No,
he wrote that.
Yeah, who said?
I know. I said I think. Hey, maybe it was John. I don't know.
No. You know, you and I discussed. I know who they was trying to make believe. You know.
We don't know Jon Scuderi's number.
Well, we don't know Jon Scuderi's number. No. Dave could. What's his name? Joe just sends him a link on here. I think. What's Johnny Bravo saying?
You want me to send the link on here?
Why were you talking shit about me? That's because.
Hold on, let me see. Hey, I could send them a link on here. Hold on.
Oh yeah, it's Johnny Bravo saying why he talking shit. Everybody, he calls everyone. He does. Didn't you? John Bravo, that's his thing. He doesn't mean any harm by it. He'll say this asshole here. He does that. That's the way. Look at Lee Priest. He calls everybody a cunt. He called his mother. He called his mother.
Hey, I sent the link in the chat. John, you're welcome to jump in, come in and talk.
Nobody's going
to give Greg a talk.
We don't want no attacking. We're not going to attack. Just don't be a momo about it. But John Bravo is not anybody who says anything like with that. John did not call anybody. John Bravo is not like that. Is this John? John, isn't you saying something about John Bravo too now?
He said 1 minute.
I begged for an apology. Who said that? Is he saying John posted that I begged for it? John Bravo is a straight up fucking guy. I know John personally. Okay. I know John for a while personally. Okay. John Bravo is a straight up guy. When he calls people an asshole, believe it or not, I know that may piss some people off. Okay. But he does it. It's just but believe it or not, I know that's crazy, but John Bravo means it endearingly. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He means it endearingly. He does that all the time. Remember the time he was talking to Jimmy the Bull and he said, "You fucking asshole." And Jimmy goes, "Wait, did you just call me an asshole?" And even Dave said, "No, Jimmy. He means it like an endearing way."
Yeah. John Bravo's a good dude, man. I like John.
Yeah, John Bravo's my boy,
dude, man. He's a great guy.
John Bravo's the man.
I sent the link. He could jump in. Like I said, he said he's going to jump in and let's talk it out. You want to come on? We'll talk, bro. Let Greg talk a little bit, though.
PT bodybuilding. I'm not gonna stand here and fight with the guy and argue with him. If he's gonna come on for that,
don't sit there and argue, but sit there and talk about it.
Yeah. But
I mean, Natalia, how you doing? What's going on, Natalia?
PT bodybuilding. I know how much you fucking love me, so don't worry about it. I'm not leaving RX. You don't have to worry about that. Brian Pablo's in the house. Brian, what's going on, my brother?
What's up, Brian? How you doing, brother? What's up, Gun from 1980?
Ruben Sanchez, too, is in the house. I see him. So I can't see too well, guys.
All right, let me know when I'm on.
You're on. It's very dark. Right. I can't really see you. Joe, can you make that?
I'm in the
You're
truck.
there, John. You're there. John, you're on, bro.
Hold on. All right. So let me clarify a few things Greg said. We'll discuss. All right.
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
discuss,
yeah.
bro.
So
Let's
Greg,
go.
the chats overlapping a little bit. You follow what
Okay,
I'm
go
trying to
ahead.
say? All right. Number one, I'll explain to Johnny Bravo. Now, I know Jimmy a long time. We're very similar.
Okay.
We're from the same part of the world. Okay, we have similar thoughts. We were raised similar. I have
Okay.
mad respect. I'm not best friends with Jimmy. I grew up at 15 years old hearing Jimmy from the fucking parking lot
Okay.
outside the gym when I pulled up, doing side laterals with 150s. You get what I'm saying? I
Yeah, I
grew
hear
up going to Crystal Cafe strip club where Jimmy was working the bar. I grew
Okay.
up around Jimmy in my community. I know Jimmy. Jimmy's come to see me about, I was doing a business I was in. He was going to come work with me because he believed in the investments, etc. So I know Jimmy personally. You understand? Like that. We're not
Okay.
best friends. So I have a lot of respect for the bull. And there was a few months ago, you could ask Jimmy, John plays a character. John Bravo. I get it. He plays the fucking Fonz, okay? Hey, this fucking asshole. My point is, I know Jimmy. Jimmy deserves respect. You don't disrespect him like that. You don't bust his balls because no one would have said that to the bull 20 years ago. You know that. Even joking
Of course.
around.
That's what
You
I said.
guys
No
know
one
that, right? So now he just didn't know who he was talking to. And those are the kind of things that upset Jimmy. And what I was trying to say on the show, I didn't say Jimmy was soft. I just want to address one thing. What I was saying was the reason why Jimmy gets upset, and I even said this to Jimmy, sometimes Romano gets a little hard on him.
He does.
And those type of things Jimmy's not used to because Jimmy would not be talked to like that 10, 15, 20 years ago. Jimmy was a fucking animal, and Jimmy will rip your fucking arm off. And he still is an animal. But he deserves respect as an old bull, is what I was trying to say. So I was explaining, I know why Jimmy's feelings are hurt. I wasn't saying he wasn't justified. So now I never called Jimmy because I thought I called him soft. I said a lot of stuff. I called Jimmy because he wasn't on the show, and I wanted to let him know me being on the show was not about him talking shit. I knew he was hurt. You understand what I'm saying? That being said, when I called Jimmy, I said, Jim, I respect you. We're very similar. And I want you to know that me going on that show was not about you talking shit. Okay. And I said, can you do me a favor? I kind of felt bad about, I didn't have enough. I was worked up, and I'll explain the Mr. G situation in my comments a little more in depth. Okay. All right. Now, I didn't mean to put George down. I think George is a great fucking guy. Not to steal your line. I'm being serious. He's a good fucking hearted guy. George is organic. He's pure. He's your boy. He will stick by you. George is positive. He's overly positive. I'm not like George. I'll fucking step on you in the gutter. George will lift you up. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that being said, okay, George, please don't get insulted. George, I call it douche chills. You know, when you got a good friend who's your boy and he says some dumb shit and you go, oh, dude, you're embarrassing yourself. Stop. And people look at him. I don't want to say they don't respect him enough, but, sometimes he says silly stuff on After Hours. He makes himself look a little ignorant sometimes when he's not. He's a smart guy. He says testosterone. He says weird shit. And he makes himself the butt of the joke. So my point was, what I was getting at was, Mr. G's a beast, bro. He's in the fucking gym every day, MMA. I wouldn't waste my fucking time for 2 years training. Let's be real, okay? I would be trying to build my businesses or whatever, okay? I give him all the credit. He's a monster when it comes to that. You can't stop him. And like I said, I always make fun of Irishmen. He's got a big fucking fat Irish head. You can't knock him out, okay? You know how Irishmen are, okay?
Of course.
Greg, am I wrong? Okay.
Yeah, Bobby, both.
And I want to clarify something. I'll make fun of Dave. Hey, Dave. It's not fucking Scazol. It's fucking Scotto. It's Escarole. That's what that means. Green, leafy, money. I'm sick of people saying it wrong on fucking After Hours. It's Scazol. It's fucking Scotto. It means Escarole.
And it's not that ass. Not John.
Yeah, exactly. You get it, Greg. So my point is this.
John, listen, we're all cut from the same cloth. You're
yes, you get what I'm. Now listen, I came on today. I wasn't gonna come on because it was after the show last night. Jimmy texted me, come on. Now, to be honest with you, bro, after we got off, I called Jimmy. I felt bad about Mr. G. I said, tell George I got to talk to him or something. I felt a little guilty, okay? Because I didn't mean to cut George down like that. I don't like comments. I'm not a tough guy. I don't run with gangs. I handle business. And I'm not a tough guy. I don't threaten people. I saw someone say, like, oh, Greg said Mr. G wants to meet you in person. You don't. because I'm not gonna fight you. I'm fucking 48 years old. I'm gonna hide in your bushes. I don't want to go there with anyone. I don't want to bring it to that level.
Well, Mr. G was hurt. He was hurt. But
yes, you get what I'm saying. Yo,
you
want
to making fun of me? You're about to do.
No, I know.
You know, that's just his shit.
Yeah. So what I did was this. Listen. So what I did was this. Last night, I said, Jimmy, let me just wrap up work. Give me a couple. It ran late because the show. I had to finish up, wrap up work. All right. Okay. Honestly, bro, I got a fucking smoking hot Mexican fiance just like you. Okay. I didn't see yours, but mine's smoking hot. That's all I know. But anyway, I came home. I want to eat some fucking dinner. I wanted to make love, go to sleep, and have a good night. I just got. For all you. Hey, let me just address the people. For all you fucking. Can I curse on you?
Go ahead, brother.
For all you fucking momos.
How about this? For all you fucking little pussies. Okay. Don't fucking ever say I use cancer. I'm the biggest fucking beast all you motherfuckers ever meant.
No, I don't.
Friday, I left. I was in the fucking hospital. I had my fucking colon reconnected. I had surgery on Tuesday. I had a fucking colostomy bag for the last 4 months. Ask Dave, 10 years ago when I did the eating challenge, I had a fucking hernia so big it was the size of a fucking soccer ball that when my boy's the gastroenterologist, he hooked me up with a major high-level surgeon. He sent me in for a CAT scan. The guy who read the radiology report called my boy and said, is this guy going to surgery? What did he get into a car accident? Did he get stabbed? Because my intestines were outside my body. He goes, nah, bro, it's my boy. He benches 400 for reps with that thing. The last thing I am is a crybaby or a bitch. I handle cancer like a fucking animal. Okay? Yeah, I'm a little frail now and I look a little drippy. You guys want to call me skinny fat. You do chemo and fucking radiation for a year. Don't eat for fucking 2 weeks while your colon's cut out. Get a colostomy bag. Look, and I just got hooked up Friday. And I was on the show Tuesday.
What do you mean hooked up? What happened? What do you mean?
I got my intestines cut out. They gave me a colostomy bag in January. Okay. I've been on 1,000-calorie a day diet since January. Tell me that won't peel the weight off you, Greg.
Well, me too.
I know. No, I know.
In the hospital myself. I had throat cancer and fucking couldn't eat anything down my throat.
Yeah, so I wasn't crying. The reason why I brought that up, and guys, the reason why I said I'm from New York, that wasn't for the fucking audience. That was for Greg and the boys to know. I know Dave and John. We had a history. I know Jimmy. We're cut from the same cloth. I'm not from fucking Omaha. I was letting Greg know I'm from. We were cut from the same cloth. You understand? You too, Joe. Okay. Now that being said, the reason why I mentioned I've been in bed with cancer and chemo, what I was saying was I had a lot of fucking time on my hands. I listen to podcasts when I go to bed at night when I'm sick to my stomach on chemo. I'm up to fucking date. Okay, I'm also a very sharp businessman. I'm a shark in real life. And I mentioned to Dave, when I talked to him back in October, November, when the first thing went down with the tips, remember that? I remember I was on the way to the doctor. I was in the truck and I said, Dave, you got to get these guys together. You guys are a family. You got to nip this in the bud. Sometimes Dave can say things that might insult people. People harbor resentment. It pisses them off. They talk shit. It escalates, okay? So I had good intentions the whole time. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Greg.
Right.
Okay? I'm not a fanboy. I know Dave a long time from Long Island.
Listen.
Okay? Oh, I want to thank you.
Yes.
I want to officially thank Greg Valentino for the wonderful Steris he supplied us with back in the 90s. The Russian fucking ampules, the Russian methyl test in the foil package, okay?
Dave too, so he knows. He'll tell you.
You know where I'm coming from.
God bless.
Okay, so I owe you a thank you for that. I'm not a fanboy, guys. I read the comments. I'm not trying to get on RX. I've been RX. Bro, I was on RX 15 years ago. I used to give Dave a lot of show ideas. I gave Dave the fucking snake egg. The reason why Dave has 3,000 fucking snakes, because of me. I gave him the first egg.
I got to be honest with you, John. I didn't mean to interrupt for 1 second.
Yeah.
Jimmy told us. He even said John was the reptile guy. He used to come there all the time.
Yeah.
I even told Joe that. He said, no, Dave knows this guy. They were reptiles. I know. Sometimes we say things.
Yeah.
You word fanboy because we're all angry. You know.
Yes, I disrespected Joe. That's listen. That's how we all were hot-headed fucking guineas.
Right.
Okay. That's why I say my joke is no fucking disrespect. Because my whole life I'll go like I'm gonna make an example. I'll go. You know these fucking guys that wear the shades inside. They think they're fucking big shots. Oh, I don't mean you. No disrespect.
Right,
my joke. That's my joke. I know. I'm not dissing you. I'm saying that's my joke.
No, I know.
So I'll say no disrespect. It's a figure of speech. And guys, listen to these guys in the comments. That's a figure of speech. When I get angry, I mean all the disrespect in the world. Okay, it's just a figure of speech. And I was a little heated yesterday. I was coming to bat for my boy because what happened, Greg? over the last 6-7 months, I told Dave, and Dave lets shit slide, and it gets to a point where it's ahead. You don't want to let that happen in the family. You understand? I bring people together. I'm not some fake tough guy. So now that being said, me laying in bed, and Greg, I'm watching you. Don't disrespect. I'm watching it progress, and I'm going, oh, it's getting worse. Why is Greg doing this? And it's fucking annoying the fuck out of me. You know, I said, Dave, you got to fucking give the guy a call and work it out. Nothing was a sneak attack. Nobody knew. Dave goes, I got to get you on the show, bro. I said, bro, I'm having surgery Tuesday.
John, can I tell you exactly what said to you? I can guarantee you, look, I don't even know. Dave didn't tell me this. I know Dave. If you said that to him, he says, you know what? Because Dave doesn't want to be the bad guy. So he's not going to come at me and say, Greg, what the hell's going on, right? So he's going to say, you know what, John? We'll get you on the show. We'll bring you on. You sitting backstage, and once I bring you on, you can tell Greg, give it to Greg. I know exactly what he said.
Can I be honest with you? I swear my mother. Hold on. Dave never told me to attack you, bro.
Not attack, but bring it up.
Oh, no. I wasn't even supposed to address you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Dave probably, right?
He didn't blame you.
Oh, okay.
We got his, listen, and I'm not selling Dave out.
All right.
He never once said, attack, we got to get Greg, ever. Romano wasn't in on it.
Okay.
He said, we got to get this Joe. This isn't right. And he wasn't hating on you, Joe. He just says, yo, because some shit was said that he saw some shit.
Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. He never said get you. I said, bro, now I says, I'm having surgery Tuesday, bro. I can't, it is what it is. If I'm up to it, maybe I'll come on after to help out. Right. So now that being said, okay. Hold on. My intestines aren't working, bro.
There you go. Well, come out your ass.
My ass ain't working yet, bro. I'm shitting like a fucking 2-year-old.
You don't still have a colostomy, do you?
I just got it out on Friday, bro. I just got it cut out. I'm not even healed. I got a seroma on my belly to like this fucking big. To fill with fluid. Yeah, so long story, the colostomy just came out.
A lot of people get colostomies are stuck with that shit for
yeah, I lucked out, bro. And I beat cancer like a champ. It was past stage 3. It was but anyway, listen. So my point is,
good for you.
Dave didn't even say, John, definitely come on the show.
Okay.
I thought you guys worked it out because I saw the black dude fucking lifting 9,000 fucking pounds.
That was great.
I'm doing my own thing. And I heard him say, Greg, come on, don't make me get Jon Scuderi on. So I get, all right, I guess it's fucking showtime. All right. Now, I love to debate, bro. You throw me a steak, I'm going to chew it. Okay. Nice. And at the end of the day, we're all big boys. This is my theory on life. We could talk rough and gruff. I didn't log in last night because I didn't want to take it to a place. I know myself. If I hear some shit being talked to me, I'm going to get fucking real mad. Me too. And it's not a threat. No. I'm not. You guys are men too. I'm not saying you're not like it. I said, you know what, bro? Go enjoy your fucking life. Go enjoy your fucking dinner.
Yeah.
I don't need to be fucking wanting to go there. Okay, it was all fun and games at the show, whatever. There was some real things said. I'm not going to deny that. That was real shit. That being said, I think this is a good thing. Shit's got to come to a head. A pimple's got to pop before it heals.
100%.
Okay, so it's not that I was blowing you guys off. I said, let's handle this on RX next week. You know what I'm saying? Not because I need the fucking airtime. I don't need the airtime. Okay. I'm hoping too much bad shit wasn't said about. I didn't watch last night, but I'm hoping Lee didn't fucking rag on me too bad. And
no, Lee didn't. No, anything Lee says, he's a great guy, Lee. He likes to joke.
I like Lee. I didn't even address him because I like him. And I go, you know what? It's Lee, so he gets a pass. Let's be honest, guys.
John, if he knows something bugs you, he's going to break your balls.
I know what he does. He does this. He does this. Now, I have no issue. Listen, and when I say I have no issue, there's no fear. There's no. I would tell Jim. He goes, well, yesterday I didn't feel like calling you guys on the circle jerk phone with like the cell phones and it was too awkward. I said, is it a Zoom? He goes, no, they're holding the phones up. I said, Jim, I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? This is a more intimate setting. Now, that being said, I just want to clear some comments you made in the beginning of the show. I hope you get it.
Go ahead.
When I said the fake name. Joe had mentioned during the show just now. Yes. He said, I don't know, someone messaged me. Maybe it was John. We thought, but probably not. I would never come with a fake name, bro.
No, I knew it wasn't you. And I don't know the exact person, but I know he was trying to make believe he was Armand.
Yeah, that's you know how I feel about that, bro. Like Derek Anthony used to say 15 years ago. He goes, you're the guys in the comments living in your mother's basement with the fake screen names. I am Big 2001. He goes,
you know that, right?
Yeah, I grew up with Derek, bro. Derek used to talk highly of you. I never met you, Greg.
Yes.
I think one time I was with him at Night of Champions 0102, maybe. I think it was a Cutler one. I don't remember. He might have went over to you, but I didn't know you like that.
Okay.
Because I knew of you. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Derek was a great. We used to sit and talk about Yankees, and I tried to get. I'm the one who got it. Yes, Dave. He'll tell you. I'm the one who got him on the show, Blog Talk Radio.
I already know that. Listen to me. When I tell you I grew up with Derek, I grew up with him. Dave had a fucking fight with him. Blah blah blah. Romano sponsors.
Right.
He was on Blog Talk Radio with Ross. You're the one who gave him the link, and he told me that. Romano hooked me up. I used to talk to him all the time. Yo, funny story, man. Jeff, the producer, if you remember him.
Sure, I know
Jeff.
Jeff.
The producer's a good guy. Whatever happened, but he's funny as fucking shit.
Yeah,
and one time, let's just say these guys we know maybe might have got some stuff off Derek, and they might have said to Dave, what is this like black shit floating in there, in the bottle, right? So fucking Jeff does an impersonation of fucking Derek. He goes, "What do you mean? That's extra fucking milligrams I put in there for you. Don't you disrespect." But we love Derek. And Derek told me that you got a Blog Talk Radio back in the day. I get it. Derek fucking called me when he was in the hospital. He had to sell his necklaces. Not because he was broke, guys, who's listening. He didn't want the material things no more. He was in the hospital right before he passed. "John, can you help me out, get rid of this gold?" And then we lost him a day or two later. But my point is, I've been around this shit. So you guys in the comments, I'm not just fucking some Momo head that just is a fanboy and just logged on yesterday. You know what I'm trying to say? So there's history, even though I'm like I said, Greg, I don't know you, but I know guys, your people might. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I've seen John. I've seen your name in the comments.
Yeah, I supported you guys too. Before it got a little hairy, I stopped logging on because I said, "Man, this isn't going right, man."
I like to break. Me and Lee. That's the one thing why Lee and I get along so well. We like to break balls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Break Dave's ball. Look at last week when I did that show. Dave's talking about Big Rammy and this one and that one, and I'm like, I'm talking with the guys in the comment section. And when Dave said something to me, I said. And Dave knew because he would post some of my comments up there. And I said, "Dave, I'm sorry, but this show's fucking boring."
I felt like last week, so just so you know, like I'm going to be square with you. I felt like, come on, what is Greg doing? Like, I thought you were being not a baby, but you were like, I'm going to fucking ignore the show and look at the comments because I thought you were pissed off.
No, I wasn't mad at all.
You get what I'm saying? You see how it came off to me?
Sure, I understand that.
So I'm like, right, what are you doing now, bro? Come on, man.
Other people thought that too. They were like, "Were you pissed off?" No, I was playing with the guy. Lee was making me laugh my ass off because
people are allowed to get disgruntled. People allowed to get hurt. At the end of the day, if you're really boys,
we talk about it and we
make amends. And that's what I was trying to say. Yes, listen, I that's my style, Greg. I'm not fake. I get loud and crazy and stupid. I'm the kind of guy we could wrestle around and punch each other, and then when we're done, as long as you're not a liberal, a pussy, bitch ass, you understand? As long as you're my style of guy,
right?
If you're not, I don't want to fucking know you. I'll leave you dead. If you're my style of guy, we can go there, and then it's over. Like as long as we, it doesn't go too bad. You can't fuck my girl. You can't fuck. There's some things you can't do, but like
you can fuck my girl if the price is right.
Yeah. I promise. I tell all my boys, I go, if you let me fuck your girl,
disrespect to Dave.
If you let me fuck your broad, I'll make sure I don't do a good job so she doesn't stick with me, all right? I'll do a real shitty job. I tell all my bros that. I said, don't worry, I'll fuck up. I'll come early or some shit,
Look, John, I meant no disrespect with Dave. Dave, I don't know how it got out of hand, but I had no animosity, anything towards Dave. I don't know how Dave took it.
I think I'm a little sensitive to it because I've seen it happen in business a lot.
Right.
So I watched. I don't like the way this is going. This could go. And Lee said it best. Lee said it's like you open up a bar next to Cheers, just want to serve some beers,
right?
But you're getting the crew over there one by one. And I'm not a mob guy, not like that. But in my world, if I have a fucking hot dog stand, and I'm selling 1,000 hot dogs a week, and you get a stand across the street from me, well, there ain't gonna be no stand across the street from me anymore.
Exactly.
Call that a bad person.
No, I feel the same way. I would be fucking.
So, and I stick up for my boys, and sometimes Dave doesn't get involved in this shit. He's a blind eye to these two pets, like and I says, Dave, man, you gotta, and like I said in the beginning, it was good intentions. Talk to these guys, right? That being said, it made some good entertainment. You guys got a lot of fucking hits off it. You guys,
yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Look, and I mean it, John. Thanks for being cancer. You did a great. I want to donate something to whatever you have.
Nah, I wouldn't do that, bro. I'm a stand-up guy. The other day, I got into a little problem at home, and I fucking walked out of the house with my keys on my fucking wallet, and I walked 5 miles, and I had no fucking cash on me. And I said to the guy, I found a guy's cell phone. He goes, let me give you $20. I says, nah. I says, you can give me 20. I'll sell you 20 because I don't have my wallet on me, but I'm not taking your fucking 20. All right, so no, you do that. You rattle off to the listener who comes up with the best insult for me. You can fucking rattle it off to them.
We don't want to insult. That's why I said yesterday at the beginning of the show. Look, we're not here to bash you.
We're not here to bash.
I wasn't worried about that because I didn't listen. All you can say is he yelled and screamed and was an asshole. That's all people can say. So I wasn't worried about that. I didn't come on yesterday to listen to be square with you. I didn't know your guys' energy, and I didn't want myself to go there. I said, yo, chill, bro. Heal. Relax. You just got out of the hospital. You did what you need to do to help Dave out, whatever, get some ratings, this and that. Go enjoy your girl, enjoy your dinner. And I don't mean to say disrespect. We're all men. No one should be scared of any man.
Right.
Okay. But I didn't want to hear things that were going to make me go, listen, I admit it. I was getting a little riled up. I was going to log on. A couple of things were said. I go, put me on. Like I got, I'm fucking chomped a bit,
We get like that. I get like that all the time.
Yeah, we're all the same way. So
Lee gets like, but I want everybody to know when you hear Lee say stuff, even with the whole thing with the ring and all that, he didn't mean any. That's nothing he wouldn't do to Dave.
Yeah, here's the thing. So
Paul is good friends with Lee, and you know Jimmy better than anybody.
Yeah.
And that's they're like brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't want to give Lee a pass, but this is what I'm gonna say. I don't want to give Lee a pass, even though he's bros with everybody. He's Lee Priest, right? And I don't mean he should get special treatment. You guys are the old crew. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I was more offended when it came from you.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying, bro?
Yes.
And Lee, I'm not giving you a free pass, and I didn't say nothing about you, Lee. So, everyone in the comments like, oh, let Lee rip John apart. Yo, Lee, I love you, but we'll go toe to toe whenever anyone wants to go toe to toe. I love Jimmy the Bull, but I'm not scared of anyone. But out of respect, because I like Jimmy, and I felt bad for Mr. G. I says, Jim, can you tell G that I didn't mean it the way it sounded? He's not a buffoon. And can I address something with Mr. G that maybe he could hear this? I could help him. And people say, you're airing this out in the public. Everybody knows it because they see it. George, you just need somebody to manage you. You need a better setup on your camera. You can't make cookies in a messy kitchen. You can't do a workout video in the condo gym at your HOA in your work boots and have a mouthpiece in and going, okay, I'm going to do 3 more reps because I do. And I'm like, gee, take the fucking mouthpiece out. They can't hear you, bro. Leave it in when you're doing the push-ups. But now when you're talking to the camera, take the fucking mouthpiece out. So G does silly stuff like that, but he's all energy. He's all piss and vinegar. He's fucking rocking and rolling, okay? I get it. He just comes off sometimes a little wacky. People give him shit, and then they treat you a certain way when you act a certain way.
George is just that way. If you know Bobby, do you know Bobby, his brother Bobby?
I don't know Bobby, but I've been around Bobby and seen him screaming and yelling at places.
Oh, you get those two together, forget about it too.
Bro, they're Irishmen. They're crazy Irishmen.
I love it. It's mad flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, whoever is not from
John,
New York.
thanks for coming on to kind of clear a little stuff. I appreciate
I didn't mean
it.
to, hopefully we talked. I didn't talk over you guys.
No, look, I'm glad you cleared it up.
I wanted you to come on. I wanted you to come on to clear it up.
That we clear it up because, I do think, Dave, if Dave feels any type of way, me, Lee, towards me or Lee or whatever stuff,
he doesn't.
we just talk to us about it.
I want you to know that Dave, like I said, he never said, come on and attack Greg, hand it to Greg. The way I laid it out was exactly the way. Every now and every 2 weeks, I go, Dave, bro, you got to do something, man. You got to call this guy. You got to work this out. And Dave's got a lot of shit going on. Listen, we're all busy. He's got a lot of shit. And listen, I told you, 12, 13 years ago, he hired Aaron Singerman. Aaron used to work for Aaron was on the forums. He hooked up with Carl and Noah. He did a little radio show about life and longevity and like healing and being young and shit. By that, he hooked up with Dave. Okay, Dave started letting him go to shows. Dave was getting he's a businessman. He didn't have shit to do. So instead of Dave going to all the shows, he started sending Aaron. Okay, right. And Aaron started going to every fucking show, flying to Australia, meeting Tony Doherty, meeting this guy, meeting Jim Mannion, and then him and PJ started a little podcast on the side, and we'll talk shit about Dave. Okay, I says, Dave, you're giving him every inside fucking contact. This isn't good business. He's going to start his own shit and step over you. And what exactly happened? The same shit, And another thing I'm sensitive of, Dave knows I'm not sensitive. Greg, I want you to, you don't have to say nothing bad about anybody. Think of every young bodybuilder from the tri-state area that Dave made pro or helped. They would suck Dave's fucking dick. They sit on his couch. He was the man. They were starstruck. He gave them diet, drug advice. Every one of them. Okay, Greg, am I wrong or right?
That's not me.
Hold on. No, not you. I'm talking about guys who went pro now. Not you. Guys who went pro.
No, he's talking about like people who Dave smoked, and then they came back to bite him in the ass, so to speak.
Now,
forgot about him once they make,
Now it's not like they said fuck Palumbo, but once they turned pro. Dave's name was a dirty word. They didn't want to give him any respect. They didn't want to say he made me pro. They didn't want to say he did their diet. They went to this guy, this coach, and they forgot about Dave and actually made fun of him. Oh, he's this, he's that, he's this. Oh, he's a joke. He's this, he's that. Recently, a few of them have given Dave props now that they're older and retired. Mm-hmm. But I watched them how they're hiding the horse and threw him. Meanwhile, they sucked his dick. Greg, you know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's common. Though they were starstruck.
They were starstruck over him, and then once
fucking are like that though.
And that's what I meant when I said Dave's a selfless guy. And the guys in the comments are like, "What do you mean, guys? Dave's allowed to make money. He's a businessman. He's got expenses. At the end of the day, who pays the fucking bills? Dave. Exactly. So he's got a big responsibility over his head. Yeah, that being said, he's entitled to make money, but he is selfless. He gives knowledge for free." Listen, how many gurus out there know shit? They talk shit about Dave and they learned from Dave 10, 15 years ago, Greg.
Oh, no. Dave's the smartest guy in this business.
He teaches them how to be gurus and then they go on their own and be gurus. Yeah.
So they talk shit and laugh at him and make fun of him.
Dave's one of the smartest guys in this business.
Yeah, so that's all. I'm not Dave's keeper. Dave's a big boy. I consider Dave a friend. I have respect for him. I got respect for Jimmy. They're old, Jimmy's an old school guy. Jimmy's like he reminds my uncles and my dad and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's how I grew up.
Well, I got
a lot of respect for him. You get it, right? I mean,
but
think of the guys we grew up with, right?
I remember Jimmy when he was with Rita, his ex-girlfriend, who was a fucking monster. You remember? I don't know if
Jimmy. I told you when I was 12 years old, man. I was so young. I was the first kid to join Gold's Gym, Deer Park, Jerry Scalisi, and Mike Diamodio's gym. I get a parental a pass from my parents to let me go, and I used to hitch a ride for my boys to go to Gold's Gym. I used to wear the Mecca or Gold's Gym jacket to fucking junior high. No one knew what that was, the Mecca, right? I used to go to Phil's gym over there. What's his name? Oh shit! You remember Jose Figueroa?
Sure, I remember Jose Figueroa.
I was 12 years old. Jose used to work there. I'd be working out. We bought this book called The Romanian Power Burst System on the back of the magazine.
We had to work out. Bulgarian.
Yeah, he pulls us out. He goes, "Hey guys, we're 12." He goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" He goes, Mike Diamodio goes, "You've been here 3 times in one day. What are you doing?" We go, "We got the book. We're gonna get monstrous."
I remember all that shit, dude. I know Scalisi. Scalisi's coach was my coach, Bob Gruff.
Yeah. I know all the history. Yeah. I wasn't boys with Scalisi. He was already Mr. Universe and retired by the time he opened that gym. But he opened that big Deer Park gym. It's still there. It's a different place now. I'm out of Long Island.
Back then from Long Island was John Defendis. Johnny.
Of course, Defendis is the man. Yeah. He's the man, bro. Muscle man, future man. Remember Future Man?
Of course, John Defendis and myself and Jimmy. John's like a year or two older, but Jimmy and I are the same age. We're both 64.
Sure. I'm younger than everybody, so they were like, I looked up to those guys. I'm 48. All right. So, but I still was on the cusp of knowing.
We're the same age.
I was gonna say, Joe, you're about my age, right?
See, if I was exactly the same age, I'd be your father.
Yeah. Let me tell you a story, Greg. I don't dislike you. A month and a half ago, I found something. My brother's got cancer too. My brother actually ran the Limelight, the tunnel, and the Palladium.
Oh shit!
I don't mean he worked there. I mean he ran it. You had Peter Gatien and his wife, and then you had my brother. He was going through his shit. He's got these. Remember they had the Geiger room from Aliens.
Right.
He's got all these fucking artifacts from Peter Geiger. You know the artist from Aliens.
Yeah.
And he's got a map of the tunnel. It's this cool fucking pamphlet.
Wow.
With the map and shit. So I was gonna make copies of it and put it on eBay. I says, tell Greg, I know you like the tunnel shit and all that bullshit. I was gonna tell Dave to send you a copy of it. If I ever get around to scanning it, you could print it out. Just don't beat me on eBay. Don't start selling it.
No, I wouldn't sell it. I love the tunnel. That place is fucking crazy. You go there, all the way down the track. Fucking, you'd be like, holy shit. I'm sure the place had rats galore. You know more people died in the tunnel than any.
Bro, my brother literally, like I said, he kind of has a little bit of PTSD from it. He don't even like talking about it because at the end, I don't know if you what happened, like with the government and this came in, raided, and then they sold it at the end. Like he had to deal with a lot of shit for his bosses. You don't like you've seen a lot of stuff. I don't want you get it. You get how that world is.
Peter Gatien was the biggest fucking drug dealer there was. Let me tell you something. He started all that MDMA shit.
Say no more, bro. My brother worked for. Listen, it was Peter and his wife, the Asian girl. I forget her name.
Right.
And then my brother. and then my brother.
Yeah,
That was their guy. That's when you got paid. When you got paid, he's the one who handed you paychecks. Like he was, you understand what I'm trying to say? So I know all about that. But anyway, so if I ever make a copy of it, I'll send you a copy. Not that
You would turn the lights on Sunday, and there'd be like 10 kids all fucking sitting up against the wall like this, and they were dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So be in that place.
Tell them how New York was. We didn't go out until 7 in the morning. We put on the sweatshirts and go out at 7 in the morning.
That's what I used to do with Bob Bonham. Me and him would go to the sound factory and shit. We come out and have to wear sunglasses and shit.
Yeah.
You're in that dark for all this time. Like, holy fuck.
Yep.
Well, John, I appreciate you coming on.
And this is good. And,
John, thank you. I appreciate it, John. Thank
guys
you.
Who suck for me in the comments. These guys have funny fucking comments, man. I love them.
No, the guys always have great comments.
I can't see the comments, but I'm sure there was enough.
Oh, and I appreciate they call me the steroid cancer guy, and they call me Thor, because from a guy who hasn't lifted a weight in 18 months, I was feeling very frail and fucking drippy. So you guys built my confidence up, calling me a steroid maniac and all this other shit. I appreciate it.
I wish they would call me that. That's a compliment. At least they're still calling me Synthol. What the fuck?
Yeah, I said that's a compliment. Oh, man, thank God they call me steroid head. I appreciate it. One guy's going, how much halotestin is this fucking maniac on?
Well, look, I know you're Dave's friend, but I don't have anything against you. Like I said,
no, I never thought you, Greg and Joe. I talked a lot of shit. I actually don't have anything against you, and I don't mean to make Greg the one. Greg, see, you have no allegiance to Dave.
No, I don't.
You could fuck Dave's wife. That's between you and Dave. And all right, I take offense when Greg. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know exactly. I said it before. You were looking out for your friend, and I was.
You have the allegiance to Dave, so it was you,
right?
Joe, I don't mean you're nobody, but like
I do straighten it out with Dave. Dave and I were talking a little bit today. We got to talk a little more.
And that's what this was for, Greg. That's what this was for. This wasn't like, and this is what I said. Listen, bro. This is what I did say, which never happened. I said, look, if you want me on in 2 weeks, I said, or a week, whatever it was, after my surgery, I said, just let me talk to you and John first. I don't want to say nothing to ruin the relationship between you and Greg. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes.
And we never got a chance to have that conversation because I didn't really know I was coming on. I was working, and and then he mentioned my name. I says, all right, I ain't fucking showtime.
But this was great because you actually just set the record straight. See, I thought you were just like a hitman coming on, like
no.
Bush and what the hell? But after the show, I was like, because Jimmy called me away, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck just happened. I don't know what happened.
I didn't know it was gonna be cut short. Neither did Dave. Just so you know, I guess John had to run. I wouldn't shut my fucking mouth. John was laughing, but his head probably he had to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're gonna do this. And guys, listen, let's pay respect to RX. Let's do this on RX next week because I really shouldn't have came on. Not because Dave didn't ask me to. It's just that what started there, I wanted to finish there.
Yeah,
you guys got me. I promised I wasn't gonna watch, and then you said a couple of things that got me fucking heated a little bit. So then I said, "Put me on," and now it's 3 hours later. But you know how Guineas are; they'll talk forever.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, this sets the record straight. It actually eases my mind a little bit. I'm sure it eases Joe's mind a little bit. Because
I'm not like that. I respect it.
It was a hit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It was good. It was good fucking TV, radio, whatever you want to call it.
Right?
Oh, dude, let me tell you something. Thanks, Joe got like 300 fucking followers.
Oh, it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. Yeah. And Mr. G, if you're out there, do you understand where I'm coming from with you? I wasn't I think George is a beast, and I said that he's a beast.
Yeah, George is very easygoing. You could get him really pissed off, and 5 seconds later, go, listen, by the way, I'm sorry. And he'd be all right,
So what I said to Jim was, I said, tell George, because I felt guilty a little bit. George wasn't the one I wanted to go. And I said, just tell George I didn't mean nothing I said. When you rap, but I'm going a mile a minute. You understand what I'm trying to say? Things aren't.
I'm used to that.
you get what I'm saying, bro.
I'm used to that, right? We're all used to that. I'm used to women, Italian women in your family. They talk like that.
Listen, my girl's from California. She moved to New York probably a bunch of years ago, and we've been together like 3 years. And she's around me and my boys, and she goes, "What the fuck? This conversation." And she goes, "People just fucking talk." Then I go visit her family over there, right, on the West Coast, and they go, because she's born, they're American, but they're Mexican descent,
Right.
So they go, "Oh my God, John just doesn't shut up. He keeps talking." And then we start eating dinner. And food goes in my mouth. It gets really fucking quiet, right? And they go, "Hey, John, can you talk? It's a little too quiet now." But,
they all talk. I don't understand Spanish, so I know they're talking shit about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, when she gets mad, she talks her shit. Yeah, that's the only time she speaks Spanish, when she's hungry or she's pissed off.
Yeah. Well, don't kill me on RX next week too much.
I really, listen. Everyone got caught in the crossfire, but the message was, when you got a problem with your fucking boys, you take it up with your boys, because that seed will grow into a fucking bush and a tree and take over. And guess what? If you're a fucking bitch, you let that happen. If you're a real man, you step up to the plate and you talk to the guys you love. You don't have to love everybody.
Come on, John. Talk to us.
You be careful with who you say I love you to. Take it from a guy who faced death. I wasn't scared one day. You could ask Dave. That's why ask Dave about me, how I was. He even said on the show, he goes, John's going through fucking hell. He's asking me how I'm doing. Okay? He said that a few shows back. But here's the thing. Be careful who you tell you love as far as your bros, and be careful who you call bro.
Right.
There's real bros and there's bullshit bros. And a lot of you motherfuckers in the comments are suspects. You might fold them to questioning.
Oh, they're
Look, the guys who stuck up for me, big ups.
There's some fucking real momos in that game. Fuckos. They're fuckos. They're not even momos. They're not worth
some of them got their heads on straight. I read the comments, and I respect guys if they're sticking up for you, Greg or Joe. Like John Mancini. Hey, listen, we're cut from different cloths, bro. But
John's he's good.
Listen. I respect that you had your boy Joe's back.
Yeah.
Yes.
We might not agree, but I respect that you had his fucking back and you were boisterous. Don't stick your fucking head in the sand. You got something to say, you fucking say it. Don't be a follower.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying, Greg?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you had Dave's back. I respect that.
You can't put it on the pot, because it's going to come out eventually. It's going
to
boil over, and then there's trouble, and then it doesn't need to get to that. You know what I mean? So
you said it, bro. But I'm glad this is going to come to a head. Next week, you guys working on RX. If they want me on, I'll definitely be on, and be good. All right.
Stay healthy, man.
Thank you. God bless.
All right.
Thank you.
Be good, my man.
You got it.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks, man. Oh, right, Greg.
I think Lee's on here. What is he saying?
Yeah, he is.
I can't even see what's going on. I
can't see.
like when the
What's
camera.
Lee's name, Lucy? I thought I just saw his name.
No, I don't know.
Anyway.
I can't say. Well, at least that was kind of smooth over, Greg. I invited John on. He came on, said what he had to say. We got a little bit of the air cleaned. I never had any problem with Dave. Like I said, I never know where it's come from. Dave may look at me as a fanboy or whatever. I'm not like that, and you know that, Greg.
No, I know that. Listen, I know that, and that's why I was saying, like, you that's not fair, because you've known Dave a long time. But look, let's I'm going to talk with Dave about this too. And what I was saying to John, even about Lee. Lee is Lee, and Lee tells it straight. Lee says what he feels, and he plays around a lot. And there's some people who don't understand when he's playing around. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. And the whole ring thing with it like that, and that Lee will do that right to Dave, and he'll do it 100 times. And if he knows that bothers Dave, Lee will do it 100 times more. And he'll put peanut butter on the ring and say, Dave, not only am I throwing away, that's the way Lee is. You got to love Lee, right?
Yeah, Lee knows we love him. But
I
think this cleared out the air a little bit. I think you can sleep a little bit better tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think we kind of could. John was man enough to do what he came on. He's sticking up for his boy.
Yeah,
I was sticking up for you.
I respect that. He kind of knows that the craziness of the show and the whole
craziness of the show. Dave, I hope you got views out of it. I hope I got views out of it.
I don't like any drama with anybody, guys. That's just the way I am. I mean, I don't like to get mad. When I get mad, then it's just bad. It's for me.
And I'm not being the RX muscle after our show, but if you guys are friends, you guys can come on. I hope Dave doesn't get mad because John was on, because John seemed like a nice guy. So I don't know, but
wait, I want to give a shout out to PT Bodybuilding. He's a very big fan of mine. He's, I've sent him a lot of posters and signed pictures and stuff.
Oh, there he is, PT Bodybuilding. Yeah, there you go. Give him a shout out.
Let me tell you something. Anybody that calls me Gregorio, you know that they're close to me. Because what does my girlfriend call me, Joe?
Gregorio.
Hello, right? So PT Bodybuilding, I love you, baby. I love you. I do. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. I will send you another signed photograph. Okay. No, I'm not going to send you dick pictures. You're not that. You have to pay a lot more for that. And you better have a big fucking wall to put that on, because, I'm big fat Italian down there. So, but thank you, PT Bodybuilding. I love you. I love you. I do.
All right.
You realize they hate it when they
But
come
Greg,
up.
thank you so much for always being in my corner.
I love you, Joe. And
You
we're
know,
gonna.
I love you. You know that.
I'm going to talk more with Dave personally, and we're going to put the kibosh to this, and just
I think it's in the right direction right now.
Right. So we're going to squash this shit. John seems like a really nice guy. I'm glad we got to talk to him.
Yeah.
He's just like I thought he would be. He's Italian. He's got passion. Italian with passion. Italian to fucking,
Yeah.
you knew
that would come from him. So, but he seemed like a deep
in you. So you got both. You got that fire.
Yeah, and he beat cancer, and that's no joke. And that's
We don't joke around about cancer. I don't like it.
No, you don't joke around with cancer because you had cancer too, and John did a great job beating cancer. And he's still fighting it, whatever he's got. But you got to support somebody like that.
Yeah, we hope only the best. And all right, Joe, thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I love all you guys in the comment section.
Everyone in the chat, thank you. Love you guys. Got it. I'll talk to you later.
All right, I'll talk to you later. How do you get off this thing? Jesus. Joe.